What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Art Adventures. So today we're going to go ahead and get ourselves an Among Us character drawn. But before we do so, I want to talk to you guys about how I'm going to draw this one. I'm using my color pencils, my Cool Erase Prismacolor pencils, and I'm going to give myself some foundational lines. And basically, the reason why we're doing that is this is a little bit more of a tricky drawing if we just did it with marker. So the first things first, make yourself a tall rectangle, but kind of a little bit of a bowed out, like parenthesis walls on the left side and the right side. So this gives us our foundational body structure. Best way to do this is to go down about a little bit more than a half inch or a quarter inch, maybe, you know, a third of an inch or something like that. Take that down about an inch, go over, make sure it sticks out from the body a little bit, and that's gonna be another rectangle with some curved lines, and that's going to be your visor. The easiest way that I found to do this. Now, since we have our structure done, we're going to go ahead and do our legs. Our legs, you find this bottom line, come over about a half an inch or so, go up about half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and almost like if you're going to draw a K, you kind of give yourself a little bit of a curved line up here that kind of Y's out. You're not going to finish that K in a sense of how we typically would do it, but you're going to finish it from here, and then you'll finish that leg like that. You need to correct your legs, that's fine. The reason why I'm using this is since it's got lines like this, I want to erase that before, I want to erase this before we start, so on and so forth, before we start the coloring process. So now since you have your basic body structure, there's no arms in Among Us characters, as we know. Crewmates have no arms. And so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the backpack. You're going midway through your visor to start your line, about half an inch out. Go down about 2 inches, okay? And then right around the waistband, the waistline is where your backpack is going to finish, okay? And that's your general shape for your Among Us characters. They're not very hard to draw, but this is the part that would get a little tricky if we did it with our actual Sharpie. So we're gonna go down here in the middle and draw a little circle, almost like if it would be a nose, okay? And then we're going to draw ourselves a bow. So you're gonna go out, out, curve it in, out, out, curve it in, and you see those lines overlap each other. That's what we don't want to do with our Sharpie, so we're doing it like this so we can erase some of those lines. All right, so that's our general shape. Started getting our bow done. Now I'm going to give myself another general shape, and that general shape is going to be an oval shape in the stomach, and that is going to show our fur for his belly. So his belly is kind of on the white side, and the rest of his fur is on the black side. So now we're going to go ahead and give ourselves some fur by doing some curved lines, make them a little irregular, so that gives it a little bit more irregularity to your actual structure. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the detail, which would be, say, the hat. So now we're gonna draw a line that curves, kind of follows this a little bit, the visor. It's gonna hook up and it's gonna go around and follow that structure of the head, but it's gonna cut off the top of the head because obviously hat doesn't sit right on top of the head. It goes over your forehead, your back of your head, and it fits that way. So now that we have the brim of the Among Us character's hat, the Cat in the Hat's hat, we're gonna go off of the body structure to form our actual hat. So where the head kind of protrudes from the actual brim of the hat is where our hat is going to start. Same thing here, where the head goes through our brim, we're going to start there. I'm gonna do a light shape here so I can erase it, and then I'm gonna give you guys the details that we need to follow in order to do that. So we're gonna do like a curved line. It's gonna come over, hook over real sharp, and then kind of curve backwards. So your hat's kind of bending this way, okay? And once we do that, now we can go ahead and start doing our crinkles if you want to call it the crinkles of the hat. And that's going to give it some detail, so it looks a little bit more cartoonish and exaggerated. Now we're going to go ahead and divide our lines up. There's going to be 3 red lines, so I like to start with the top or the bottom, and then vice versa. So if I start with the bottom, I finish with the top, or I secondly go to the top. If I start with the top, I go to the bottom, and then I'll put a stripe in the middle. And if I put a stripe in the middle, I'm gonna try my best to make it as uniform as possible, based off of how big each stripe is gonna be. Now this is going to be red, and since I'm using red, that's why I'm doing this. So if you don't have red, if you're using a regular pencil, don't do this step. But I just wanna show you guys where, on the hat, what is gonna be red and what is gonna be white. So red, white, red, white, red. That's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and erase the lines that I don't need. Then we're gonna outline this, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start. All right guys, so I finished the outline. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the coloring. I got 2 of each color that are the 2 main colors, red and then black. So 2 reds, a gray and a black for highlight and the mid-tone, and then the green for the background, the blue for the visor, which I'm gonna do 3 different shades of, but using the same crayon. And then I'll do a lighter gray for the shadows on the white pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this, guys. I'll get you guys up out of here in just a second. All right, guys, well, there you go. There you have it. There is your Cat in a Hat Among Us crewmate. So as you guys know, or if you didn't know, it is Dr. Seuss week. And this is just another way that you guys can do a little bit of celebrating as far as the Dr. Seuss week goes. Just a little project for the kids to do. So anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna get some more of these to you. Yeah, I look forward to the rest of the week. I'll see you guys later. Peace.